Hello, all you resourceful refinancers. In today's video, we're going to talk about an amazing refinance option for anyone who currently has an FHA loan. We're going to cover the basics of what an FHA Streamline refinance is, how it works, what documents you're going to need, and all the pros and cons of getting an FHA Streamline. So let's get started. Hey everybody, it's Eric with Low VA Rates. You can tell I'm wearing red, so what day is it? You got it, it's Friday. We do this, as I hope you know, and if you don't, let me just remind you, we wear red, R, remember, E, everyone, D, deployed, remember everyone deployed, and we take it a step further, and it's really our way of saying thank you to our veterans and letting everybody know we are proud to wear red and we support our troops. So today I'm gonna take a little bit of a right turn and talk about an FHA loan. You know, here at Low VA Rates, the majority of what we talk about are VA mortgages. Today we're going to talk about an FHA Streamline and what it is and how you can get one or how it works, okay? So an FHA Streamline is a type of refinance loan, and it's only available to borrowers who already have an FHA loan. That's very, very important. Just like a VA Streamline, if you don't have a VA loan, even though you may have been eligible for one, you can't do a Streamline. On an FHA Streamline, most important, FHA loan now means you're currently in an FHA loan. If not, you can skip this video or you can just watch it so that you become educated. But it's called a Streamline because it's quick, it's easy, and it requires minimal paperwork. FHA Streamlines are a great way for you to lower your interest rate and reduce your monthly mortgage payment. So let's talk about how it works. First off, I already told you this, you gotta have an FHA mortgage on your property. You also cannot be delinquent. That means you can't be past due. If it's June, you better have made your June payment or at least be due for June in the month of June. If it's June and you still have to make your March, April, May payment, you've got problems. You cannot do a Streamline. So you have to be current. Also, you cannot have been more than 30 days late more than one time in the previous 12 months. Things happen. I've had a late payment. I got no problem telling you that, and I have great credit now, but there have been times in the past for an oversight or another reason where you might have become late. If that has happened once in the last 12 months, you're fine. If it's happened more than once in the last 12 months, no go until you've accumulated 12 months without more than one 30-day late. Okay, and you cannot have any 30-day lates, 60-day lates, 90-day lates in the most recent 3-month period. Next, you have to meet one of the net tangible benefits. You've heard this term before if you've watched our videos. Just like VA, FHA has certain net tangible benefits that you have to meet in order to refinance. First one, you must lower your interest rate, your combined rate. That's going to get a little bit too technical, but the combined rate is basically your interest rate and your mortgage insurance premium from FHA. Those two combined, when you do the refinance, your new interest rate and your new mortgage insurance premium interest rate, that combined rate must lower at least a half-point reduction. Okay, so 0.5 reduction, I'm just going to say in rate. Now, there are exceptions to this rule, okay, where you can reduce the term and things like that, but for today's video, unless I decide to get into that at the end, we're going to keep it simple. Lower your rate by at least a half point. Now, if you're going from a fixed rate mortgage into an adjustable rate mortgage or an ARM, then you're going to have a 2% reduction. I'm not even going to put that up there because that does not happen often. Very rarely do we see people going from a fixed rate into an ARM. But if you did, you must have a much larger reduction in rate. If you're going to do an ARM to an ARM, which also doesn't happen often, but we're educating today, then you must have at least a 1-point reduction in interest rate. Here's another net tangible benefit that we see happen often. If you're in an ARM today and you're moving into a fixed rate loan, that is a big enough benefit in order to meet the requirement for an FHA Streamline. Now, a couple other rules that you must meet in order to be eligible for an FHA Streamline. Your loan has to be seasoned properly before you can do a Streamline. And I'll just put seasoned. We've talked about this before. Another way to do that is aged. Anytime I hear seasoned, maybe it's because it's Friday, I'm hungry, the barbecues are going, I think of cooking. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about you must have been in your mortgage for at least 210 days since you got the loan that you're trying to refinance. And it must be at least 6 months since your first payment was due. Those two coincide relatively closely. And you must have made at least 6 on-time mortgage payments. One reason why FHA Streamlines are so quick is that you're not going to need to get an appraisal on your home. Here are some of the documents you're going to need, and it's much less than the documents you would need if you were purchasing a home. We need to see a current mortgage statement and a copy of your mortgage note. Okay? We also need to know that you have homeowner's insurance. So we're going to ask you for proof of your homeowner's insurance, or at least your insurance agent's contact information. Now, I told you we were going to go over the pros and cons, or the benefits and the drawbacks, whatever you want to call it. Pros: lower mortgage payment, okay? Lower payment, lower rate. As I mentioned, potentially a lower term. We like to use the word lower, right? That's a huge benefit. Also along the lines of lower, how about less? Less paperwork, less eligibility requirements. We're not going to document your income. We're not going to have to do a full-blown analysis of your credit report. We don't care about your debt to income. There's no appraisal needed on a Streamline, and there's no minimum credit score requirement. What are the cons? Well, you can't get any cash out ever on a Streamline. Certainly for some accounting issues and stuff like that, all Streamline loans, VA and FHA, will allow you to walk with up to about $500 at closing, but you're not pulling cash out on a FHA Streamline. You're still going to have to pay mortgage insurance. Even though you've been in your house for a while or your value's gone up, if you do an FHA Streamline, you will continue paying FHA mortgage insurance. And you can't normally roll closing costs into your new loan like you can on other types of Streamline refinances, because FHA has a very strict rule that says your new loan amount cannot be any higher than your original loan amount plus minimal interest and certain FHA fees. But title insurance and that escrow account that we've educated you guys on, and discount points and lender fees, none of those can be rolled into an FHA loan. There are some restrictions in that case. So here's the deal. I know there's veterans out there that used an FHA loan when they bought their house, and they're not eligible for VA Streamlines. But if you have an FHA loan, you are eligible for an FHA Streamline, and very similar to the VA loan. It's fast, it's easy, it's a great way to take advantage of lower interest rates, so please call us. Just because we're not named lowfharates.com doesn't mean we don't know how to do them. We're doing lots of FHA Streamlines right now, so even if you've got civilian friends out there and you've thought about, hey, I want them to have the same experience that I've had at low VA rates, but they don't have VA mortgages, just a reminder, there are conventional Streamlines. They're called conventional rate and terms. There's FHA Streamlines. We do it all here. We would love to help your family and friends. Have them reach out to us. Thanks for watching. Make sure you wear red every Friday to let everyone know that you support our troops. Thank you.